Lanka තමයි globally number one when it comes to searching for sex. That speaks volumes, right? It says a lot. අපිට education gap එකක් තියෙනවා when it comes to sex, and also we are driven by adult films.
You can't judge a person by what they like and what they don't like, and what they want to do and what they don't want to do. It's just being able to compromise and being able to understand what the other person likes. We're gonna meet in one place and then do what we both like.
You should be someone who is trying to find ways to please the other person than just get something out of it and for your own enjoyment or for your own pleasure.
People also don't understand what sex is. ඇයි මිනිස්සු ඒක කරන්නේ? There's a reason behind it, right? Like you connect with another person emotionally. හැබැයි මිනිස්සු ඒක තේරුම් අරන් තියෙන විදිය හරි ඒක කරන විදිය හරි වෙනස්. ඒක ඒගොල්ලෝ කරන්නේ හරිම වැරදි විදිහකට. And that's not sex.
Maybe just take some time to light up some candles, to put on some music, get into the mood. Those things are lost.
You book a room, you go, you do it, you done, go home.
Yeah.
I think that's just so wrong too.
Welcome back to another episode of Let Him Cook.
Salty.
All right. So today's question, ඇයි ගොඩක් ලංකාවේ guys, when it comes to sex, they focus on their own pleasure rather than making sure that they please the girl.
The fudge.
Most of the times what happens is that the guys, egula harima rough, thinking that the girl is enjoying it, but it's actually the opposite. It's disgusting and it kills my mood. My friends also had similar experiences and they were very unhappy. ඇයි ලංකාවේ men මෙහෙම?
Got the masculine energy. Really. You go first, because it's more for girls.
I think the first thing to address is that මන්දන්න මේක තාම if this data is still the same, but there was some time where there was a report published that Lanka තමයි globally number one when it comes to searching for sex. Sex. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Sex. So that speaks volumes, right? It says a lot that අපිට education gap එකක් තියෙනවා when it comes to sex, and also we are driven by adult films. Then අපේ කට්ටිය ගොඩක් ඒ films බලලා තමයි they do what they see on the films thinking this is the right way, මෙහෙම තමයි හරි කරන්න, මේක තමයි this is what the girl likes. Watching it happens everywhere, right? It's not just a ලංකාවේ ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෙමෙයි. මං කියන්නේ it shows that we're number one on that, which means there is a small problem in there because we're actively always searching for that. So it looks as though those films are influencing the guys to do exactly what they see to their partners, thinking this is probably the right way, or this is what's fun.
Yeah, right? It's probably like you're looking up to it.
Yeah. It's not the case. I think you have to speak with your partner. You have to see what you two can enjoy. Not every person is the same. Everyone has different tastes or needs or whatever. And it's not just always about being rough. Right?
Also not about being soft.
Sure.
No, I mean, it's just a discussion that you should have with your partner.
Yeah.
And also, let's see, okay? It's not like one person... I mean, you can barely find a boyfriend or a girlfriend who has not dated in their past or have not done anything in their past. It was like that earlier, like back then, but now it has become a norm and you can't find it, and people know that. Okay, the thing is, you can't bring back the baggage from your past relationship and think, okay, my new girlfriend or my new partner is pretty much the same, or maybe the things that she likes or he likes are the same, so I'm gonna do the same thing, not gonna have a conversation, and then just gonna shoot it. So සමහරක් වෙලාවට සමහරක් මිනිස්සු ජජ් කරනවා තමන්ගේ පාර්ට්නර්ව මේ when it comes to sex, right? සමහරක් වෙලාවට මගේ පාර්ට්නර් රෆ් නම් මගේ පාර්ට්නර් කරන ඒවා ඒ කියන්නේ මම කැමති නැහැ. හැබැයි he's a nice person. I mean, other than just sex part. So that's why I think you should have a conversation. Just because he likes certain things doesn't mean he's a bad person. You can't judge a person by what they like and what they don't like, and what they want to do and what they don't want to do. It's just being able to compromise and being able to understand what the other person likes. We're gonna meet in one place and then do what we both like, and you can experiment. Maybe it's not like you're dating. Okay, sometimes people date, okay, just to have sex, just to jump from another person to another person. That's what their priority is. But there are people who wants to start a relationship and go through in that relationship and then see it for the long term. So for those people, you can't how do you say, you can't judge a person, or you can't say, okay, මේ මනුස්සයා sex වල හොඳයි, මේ මනුස්සයා sex හරි නැහැ, මේ මනුස්සයා කරන ජාති වලට මම කැමති නැහැ, මෙයා කරන මම කැමති. එහෙම ජජ්මන්ට් එක දෙන්න ඔයාට බෑ. ඔයා මේ මාසයක් යාළුලා මාසයක් ඩේට් මේ මාසෙකට පස්සේ ඔයා sex කරනවා නම් මාස දෙක තුනකට පස්සේ it takes time, right? And people grow from the way people change as you grow. So the things that you like, the things you don't like, those things change. And it's all about giving time to being able to talk to the other person, see what they like, and to be able to make sure that you both feel the same. And it's a good thing, like you feel good. Because I also feel like sometimes in Sri Lanka, not just in Sri Lanka, just in general, like not podi lamai kiyanda bෑ,
The younger ones.
Yeah, when they get into sex, even not just younger ones, I don't know, because
The old
I feel
ones
like
too.
yeah, in
The non-mature
general
ones.
people also don't understand what sex is. Like ඇයි මිනිස්සු එක කරන්නේ? Not because you want to have a kid, sure, of course not, but there's a reason behind it, right? Like you connect with another person emotionally. As much as people don't want to accept what I'm saying, there's a reason behind it. ඔයා ගිහිල්ලා හැබැයි මිනිස්සු එක තේරුම් අරන් තියෙන විදිය හරි, එක කරන විදිය හරි වෙනස්. ඒක ඒගොල්ලෝ කරන්නේ හරිම වැරදි විදිහකට. And that's not sex.
Yeah, I think also the sex life says a lot about, as in your sex life between you and your partner or whoever it is, says a lot about who you are as a person as well. I mean, generally for men, I think you should be someone who is trying to find ways to please the other person than just get something out of it and for your own enjoyment or for your own pleasure. It shows that you're super selfish. You only want to get something for yourself from it. But it should be the other way around, about giving and pleasing, because you are technically, even from with whatever you're doing, you are giving something, right? So I think that says a lot about who you are. And
This is just such a it has become such a norm anyways, that they just try to jump from one person to the other without not really getting to know the person. It has become more of ඔයා වාගේ partner choose කරන්නේ based on sex and intimacy rather than getting to know the person, who he is or who she is, or their personality or their character. මං හිතන්නේ ඒක හරිම හරි වැරදි දෙයක්. ඒ දේවලුත් දැනගන්න ඕනේ. හැබැයි මොකක්ද important මම හිතන විදියට මිනිස්සයා කවුද කියලා දැනගන්න, තමන්ගේ කවුද character කියලා දැනගන්න. මොකද sex කියන්නේ it's not something that is first in a relationship. I think it's secondary, because ඒ දේවල් ඔයා හරි මිනිස්සෙක් වනම් හොයාගත්තේ ඔයාගේ ජීවිතයට ඔයාට ගැලපෙන මිනිස්සෙක් වනම් ඔයා හොයාගත්තේ ඒ මිනිස්සයා ඔයා කැමති විදියට මේ වගේ දේවල් ගැන කතා කරලා ඔයා කැමති විදියට ඔයා අකමැති කැමති දේවල් එක්ක adjust වෙන්න, adapt වෙන්න කැමති වෙනවා. And but මම හිතන විදියට මිනිස්සු දැන් කියන්නේ මිස් කරන්නේ කියන්නේ ඒගොල්ලෝ එක හරියට තේරුම් අරගෙන නැහැ. මං හිතන්නේ ඒගොල්ලෝ මුලින්ම බලන්නේ අනික් මිනිස්සයා එක්ක ඒ දේ කරන්නේ කොහොමද කියන එක, සෙක්ස් කරන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා අනික් දේවල් කරන්න කලින් මං හිතන්නේ ඒක තමයි වැරදි. මිනිස්සු තේරුම් ගන්න කැමති නැහැ මොකක්ද තමයි රිලේෂන්ෂිප් එකකින් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ කියලා.
Yeah. And also if you ask anyone who's lived life long enough, someone who is in their 40s, and I'm saying someone who knows what they're doing, godak vayasa kattiya, they're still children, right? So they don't know what they're doing with their life. But if you speak to someone who knows what they're doing, who has a good relationship, stable job, finances, everything is balanced out really well, and they've lived life pretty well. About their sexual life with their partner, they most likely they will say that they're quite busy, in the sense they have children to take care of, they have to work, so naturally the number of times that you actually have sex will be a lot lesser than when you were probably doing it when you were younger. And that is not in a bad way, that is actually because you have other things to do. So when you realize that sex is not as important as you probably thought it was when you were initially getting into this relationship. So like you said, I think sex is secondary. It's not the main thing.
I think way at the beginning when you first start dating, I mean, yeah, it is like, oh my God, butterflies and sparkies or whatever. But, and then you obviously, I don't think in average, most of the people who get into a relationship, that's like their second or the third date. They want to have sex. Let's just be honest, right? That's the truth. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong about it. If you want to get to know the person, do it. But I don't think you should judge another person based on just sex. Like based on, okay, he was bad in bed, I don't like him. Like that's just pure bullshit to me. Because if you like a person, if you're getting to know a person, if you're going to get into a relationship with a person, you get into the relationship, maybe he's bad with something, maybe she's bad in some ways, but that's the conversation that you have with your partner. Again, not with your friends to say, okay, she was like this. No, you have a conversation with your partner, because those are private things to talk about. Again, the fact that people go and talk about these things with their friends and then try to judge another person and put them down.
Also doesn't mean you can't speak to this person and say, okay, I think you should do this differently or do that differently,
right?
To make things better.
Yeah, and to understand. And then boy කියන එයා කැමති නැහැ girl කරන දෙයට. හැබැයි එයා කියන එකෙන් girl affect වෙන්න ඕන නැහැ. Maybe he is telling for a reason. So you both have to have an understanding as to, okay, maybe that's not right, so maybe let me try doing it the way he likes and see how it goes. Maybe we'll both end up liking it, maybe we both end up not liking it, so maybe let's try another way, you know. So I think people need to first think of how you should be focusing not on sex as the first literal thing. I think it's about you getting to know the person, and then those things come in place. And about, just to add to the part where you said about like people getting busy in life and whatnot, again, sex is secondary for sure, and it's also the emotional connection, right? And these things you realize as you go in life, as you experience life, as when you actually in that situation, you realize how it is a need. Like, you want to have sex, you do, but sometimes it is also nice to save it. And then it depends. Maybe people have the time to do it as much as they want to. Maybe people don't have the time to do it. But sometimes, if you don't have the time to do it, sometimes it's okay to make some time for it. Make some time for your partner and for yourself. Because it's just not you trying to make the other person happy, but also yourself. So it's okay to make some time for you both to get into it. And not just leave your partner just because he doesn't have time, or just because she doesn't have time and she's busy, and go find another person to do it. That's not what it is, and that's how it is now.
Yeah.
Which is not nice to hear, but I think that's not what it should be.
Yeah, and also because of this whole thing where most of the men in Sri Lanka, based on the data, they're influenced by adult films. they think that, okay, it's just something you do it and you're done with it. No, maybe you just take some time to light up some candles, to put on some music, get into the mood. Those things are lost. So naturally, this person is complaining.
You book a room, you go, you do it, you done, go home.
Yeah.
I think that's just so wrong too.
Yeah. So naturally, this person's complaining, and she's told her friends as well. So it makes sense, right? The guy probably just wanted to relieve himself quickly based on what he's seen on the internet and get it done with.
Just being selfish. Like, you just want to another person and I'm done. Like, let me go get another one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's happening literally. Everyone's doing that. You just, even like, you just kiss, like a hookup. You just hook up, okay, done, next. Like, I think that should really stop, because it's honestly disgusting. And I don't know, I mean, it's not just the guys doing it, honestly. There are so many girls doing the same thing. And both ways, it's just disgusting. Because I don't see the reason why people do this thing. Like, I don't know, I don't see why why people have to just sleep with another man, sleep with another guy, sleep with another woman, and like just kiss or hook up or like just have sex, just for that time. Like, okay, you feel it, you want to do it, and done. I'm done. I'm gonna go to another guy. මේ වගේ දේවල් ඔයා තේරුම් ගන්න ඔයාගේ කාලෙත් එක්ක ලොකු වෙලා කාලෙත් එක්ක not ලොකු වෙලා කාලෙත් එක්ක යද්දි තමයි ඔයා ඒව තේරුම් ගන්නෙ. එතකොට ඔයා තව මිනිස්සෙක් එක්ක ඇත්තටම serious relationship එකක ඉඳලා යාළු වෙලා කවදා හරි ඔයා තේරුම් ගන්නවා ඇයි සමහරක් වෙලාවට මං ඒ වගේ දේවල් කරේ. It's fine that you do it because you're young, you want to experience things, but there should be a limit to it, right? Okay, you do one mistake once, twice, thrice, that's enough for you to understand, to know, okay, this is not something that's right. It's not okay. And also, කොල්ලෙක්ුණාම මම හිතනවා ඒක මම පොඩි කෙනෙක්. මම අවුරුදු 19 20 ඒ කාල ඇතුළත 19 27 ඒ I don't know, like 19 20 21 ඒ වයස ඇතුළත අපි ආශ්‍රය කරපු මිනිස්, කියන්නේ මං හිටපු සර්කල් එකක් අනුව මං හිතනවා, කියන්නේ not that it has happened to me, but what I'm saying is ඇයි කොල්ලෙක්ටත් තේරුම් ගන්න බැරි, a girl is not a toy. It goes both ways. So I know කොළු කමට ඒ වයස අනුව හැමෝම මේ වගේ දේවල් කරන්න කැමති. හැබැයි තමන් ස්මාර්ට් වෙන්නත් ඕන තේරුම් ගන්න, because ඒ වයස තුළ ගොල්ලෝ හැමෝම හරි පණ්ඩිතයි, right? ඔක්කොම ළමයි හරි පණ්ඩිතයි. අපිත් පණ්ඩිතයි නේ දවස්වල පණ්ඩිතයි. හැබැයි අපි පණ්ඩිතයි අනේ හැම දෙයකම. හැබැයි ඒ වගේ දේවල් තේරුම් ගන්න පණ්ඩිත නැහැ කියන්නේ ඒක හරීම මේ එක excuse එකක්. So ඔයා මොන හරි කරන්න යනවා නම් ඔයා අනිවාර්යෙන් තේරුම් ගන්න, okay, this is right or wrong. If it's wrong, I shouldn't do it. No matter how much I want to do it, don't do it. I just think it's just a secondary thing and people shouldn't prioritize it and like not do your actions based on what you see on a movie or like a website, but first figure out what you want to do, speak to your partner, come to a decision. Okay, this is what we want to do, like this is what we like, this is what my partner likes, and I want to make her feel good, like not me, I want to feel the other person feel good. And that from that you find more happiness, like you feel more better.
Yeah. And I think to end it, I would say it again shows how important sex education is, which we don't have in Sri Lanka, which is probably another reason why this is happening. Cool. Thanks for watching.